Wrap your hand around your calf right now. Go ahead, do it with me. Thumb and middle finger circling the thickest part of the muscle. Whether your fingers overlap, just touch, or don't meet at all, is quietly telling you something about your blood flow that most men your age never get checked. And by the end of this, you'll understand why what's happening in your calf is connected to your energy, your stamina, and your firmness, your blood flow where it matters most. So let's actually do the test properly, because the details matter. Sit down, relax your leg, and find the widest part of your calf, usually about a hand's width below the back of the knee. Now wrap your dominant hand around it, thumb on one side, middle finger reaching around the other. Don't squeeze hard, just close the circle naturally. Notice two things. First, do your fingers overlap, meet, or fall short? Second, and honestly this part matters more, when you give it a gentle squeeze, is the muscle firm and springy or soft and a little doughy? Hold that picture in your mind. We'll come back to what it means, because the reading only makes sense once you understand the engine underneath it. Stay with me. Here's the thing about your calves. People call them your second heart, and that's not a cute slogan. It's plumbing. Your heart pumps blood down to your legs easily enough, gravity helps. But getting that blood back up against gravity, that's the hard part. Every time your calf muscle contracts when you walk, it squeezes the deep veins in your leg and pushes blood back up toward your heart. That's the muscle pump. A firm, well-used calf is a strong pump. A soft, underused calf is a weak one. And a weak pump means blood pools, circulation slows, and your whole vascular system has to work harder for less. Now, why should a man over 60 care about a leg pump when we're really here to talk about vitality? Because it's all one system. This is the part most men get completely wrong, so let me slow down. Firmness and performance, real performance, the kind you may have noticed slipping, are mostly a blood flow event. It's not mainly about hormones, not mainly about age, not mainly about what's in your head. It comes down to whether blood can rush into the right place quickly and stay there, and that depends on two things: healthy, flexible blood vessels and a little molecule called nitric oxide that tells those vessels to relax and open up. When nitric oxide is high and your vessels are healthy, they open wide, blood floods in, and you get firmness. When nitric oxide is low and your vessels are stiff, they stay narrow, and the flow just isn't there. Simple as that. So here's where it ties together. The vessels that supply your performance down there are small, much smaller than the big arteries feeding your heart or your legs. And small vessels show damage first. They're the canary in the coal mine. So if your circulation in the small, hard-working areas is fading, it's often an early signal of how the rest of your vascular system is doing, sometimes years before anything shows up around your heart. Your calf, your second heart, is just a bigger, more visible window into that same circulation story. I'll be honest, when I first read about this connection, I was skeptical. It sounded too tidy, but the more I dug in, the more it made sense. It's one bloodstream, one lining, one network. You can't have great flow in one place and a crumbling system everywhere else. And what damages that system quietly for so many men our age? Blood sugar. Not just diabetes, even blood sugar that's only a little high. The pre-diabetic range that doctors often shrug off slowly damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels. That lining is called the endothelium, and it's the factory that makes your nitric oxide. Damage the factory and production drops. Vessels can't open the way they should. Flow suffers, first in the small vessels, then everywhere. That's the chain of events nobody explains in plain language, and it's the single most useful thing I can hand you today. If you want to do one more quick reading with me, this one's free and you can do it right now. Press your thumb firmly into the front of your shin, on the bone, for about 5 seconds, then let go. Did the skin bounce back fast and pink, or did it stay pale and slow to refill? Slow refill, cool feet, calves that cramp at night, hair thinning on the lower legs. These are all gentle hints that circulation in the legs isn't what it used to be. None of them are a diagnosis. But stacked together with that soft, doughy calf from earlier, they're worth paying attention to instead of ignoring. So what actually moves the needle? Let's get practical, because this is where you get your power back. The first and biggest one is movement, specifically calf movement, walking and what I call calf raises while the kettle boils. Stand up, rise onto your toes, lower slowly, do 10 or 15. That literally fires the muscle pump and pushes circulation through. Do it a few times a day and you're training your second heart. Second, protect that vessel lining by getting your blood sugar steadier, fewer spikes. That often means walking for 10 minutes after meals, leaning on protein and fiber, and easing off the constant grazing on sweets and refined carbs. You don't have to be perfect. Steadier is the goal, not sainthood. Third, support your nitric oxide. Leafy greens and beets feed the natural pathway your body uses to make it. Real sleep matters more than men admit because your vessels do their repair work overnight, and staying hydrated keeps the blood itself flowing instead of sludgy. On that note, there's a natural blood flow support I personally like for this, built around the same nitric oxide pathway we just talked about. I left it in the description if you ever want to look into it. No pressure at all, it's just there. Now back to that calf you wrapped your hand around at the start. Let's close the loop. Here's the honest truth. The size and how your fingers meet matters far less than people think. A naturally bigger man will have a bigger calf. That's just frame. What I actually want you watching over the coming weeks is the firmness and the springiness, because that's the part you can change. A calf that's getting firmer, a pump that's getting stronger, refill that's getting quicker. Those are signs your circulation is waking up. And the same flow that firms up your legs is the flow that serves your stamina, your morning strength, and your vitality below the belt. One system, getting better together. One important note before we finish. If you're on any medication, for blood pressure, for blood sugar, for your heart, none of what I've said is a reason to change or stop anything on your own. Please don't. Talk to your doctor about it. These habits are meant to sit alongside good medical care, not replace it. I'll leave you with this. Your body has been sending you quiet signals through your legs this whole time, and now you know how to read them. A stronger pump, a steadier bloodstream, healthier vessels. That's not about chasing your 20s again. It's about feeling capable, energized, and like yourself in the years you've got. Start with the calf raises today. Walk after dinner tonight. Small things done daily compound. And like I mentioned, if you want to check out the blood flow support I use, it's down in the description. Take care of that second heart, my friend. It's been carrying you further than you ever gave it credit for. This is general information to help you ask better questions, not medical advice. So bring it to your own doctor and make it your own. I'll see you in the next one.